Hi guys, my name is Anna and today I'm going to be discussing Dream a Little Dream by Kerstin Gier. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name because this writer is actually German and all of her books are translated from German into English by Anthea Bell, I believe is the translator's name. This book follows the journeys of Liv as she journeys her chaotic life with her very random kind of follow her whims, so she moves her kids around everywhere mom and her sweet relationship with her younger sibling as she goes with the fact that as her mom has moved her family around yet again to live in London for some kind of dream job that she has, she starts having these dreams where she knows that she's dreaming. She can control everything in what she's dreaming, and she starts meeting these 4 boys in her dream that happen to be going to her school, and it seems like they're actually communicating in her dreams. It's really cool. The descriptions of the dreams are fantastic. I personally am someone who has really vivid dreams, and I always remember my dreams like crazy. Like I can remember each detail, and I dream every single night all night long, and a lot of the times I've never actually communicated with someone I know, which would be so freaking awesome. But I have been able to at times realize, oh, this is a dream, and then control some things. So I thought that aspect of like, this outfit is just terrible, and oh wait, this isn't actually happening, this is too stupid, all this scary stuff isn't happening. I've done that a few times, so that was really cool to like read in book form. I think that whole aspect of dreams is fascinating. But that wasn't the main part for me, actually, that made this book fantastic. It had so many different elements to it, and this is only one. The main thing that made me love this book was the humorous, witty, kind of quirky writing style that the writer gave the narrator of the story, Liv. She has such a hilarious inner monologue about everything going on in her life between, you know, having to adjust to yet again another school and being yet again the new girl again, her conversations with her little sister and with her mom, and her mom who ends up getting engaged to this other like professor that happens to be the dad of one of the hottest, most popular boys that goes to her school and his sibling, her kind of bickering with them as she falls into the crowd of these 4 boys that she is communicating with in her dreams, and they try and figure out kind of the mystery behind how they're able to do this. It starts off with her in the security line at the airport as they're arriving at their new home, and they're being hauled off by security because, you know, the drug checking dog or whatever starts sniffing like crazy on her pack because she brought with her like a Ziploc baggie of crazy stinky cheese, and so the dog thinks like it's drugs or just freaks out because it smells so terrible, and so they have to wait in line for like 2 hours while the security people realize it's not a bomb or drugs, it's really stinky cheese from France. It's hilarious. I just love the way everything's worded. It's a definite solid 5 stars. It was so charming to read. It just made me feel happy while reading it. There are a few times when it was kind of cheesy and kind of predictable, but that didn't, for me personally, take away anything from the book, because for me what made this book so amazing was the way it was written. Each line had kind of something special to it for me. I've read the first book in the Ruby Red series, also by Kerstin Gier, and those books, while I enjoyed them, they were definitely charming. I didn't fall completely in love with the writing style as much as I did with this book. I look forward to seeing the next. I believe this is a trilogy, so the next 2 books that come out in this series. And for once, honestly, even though the dream aspect of this book was so cool, I honestly think that this book could have been a contemporary. That aspect of it was so strong, and I'm someone who finds contemporaries really boring, but it was just written so amusingly, and all the characters were so likable. And there was enough going on in the descriptions that were actually about, I feel like, Liv's life, that it actually would have made a really good contemporary. And it actually focused more so, I mean, the main selling theme or whatever that's put on the blurb on the back of the book is about the whole dream thing, and that is an important part of it. But I also feel like this book could have taken that out and it still had been really, really fantastic. If I could find contemporaries that had the vibe that this book had, I would really, really love it. Because it also had a little bit of romance, but it wasn't this absolute insta-love. It was like, okay, you're kind of cute, there's some attraction, and okay, I think this would be cool to start dating and kind of have this romantic experience. But it wasn't, I am in love with you, I'll do anything, love me. He doesn't love me even though we've known one another for a week. Oh my god, I'm dying. everything! You know, like this overdramatic, like Disney princess before Elsa-esque kind of attitude that so many young adult contemporaries have. It didn't have that, thank God. So if anybody knows if they've read this book, and if anybody has read any contemporaries that kind of have the same vibe as this book, let me know, because I'm someone who would like to get over my like genre dislike of contemporary, where they all really bore me. Like pretty much every contemporary I've read, I thought they were just okay at best. I've never loved a contemporary, really. But this is one that I would have loved without the actual magical aspect of it, which is surprising. Like, I still love the magical aspect, but it was more like, it was like icing on the cake. It was a bonus compared to what the book already was. And what made it so good was the humor and just the way it was written. And that's kind of rare to find a book. You can have a book with a fantastic story, but a lot of the times it doesn't have the writing to match up. There are a few books out there that I think have both, like Daughter Smoke and Bone has both, but those are totally different genres. Young adult, Daughter Smoke and Bone is definitely high fantasy, and it has humor moments, but it has a lot of a darker theme, because obviously, you know, it's about war and tragedy and all these kind of things that it's about. And this has a very light-hearted theme to it. It has almost like a bubblegum pop feel to it, you know. That's why I'm wearing my pink themed shirt here. But I would still give it a chance even if you like the darker books, because you're at least going to chuckle a few times. Like, there may be some cheesy points here and there, I'll admit, where at times it feels slightly more middle grade, you know, at times, but it's still absolutely fantastic, and I really don't think that takes away from it at all, because there's a place and a time for a book that's more lighthearted and a book that has a more genuinely just fun feel to it. Like, this was just fun to read, and I wish that every book was just as fun to read from start to finish as this one was. I was never bored like once in this book. I picked it up and I could not put it down once I started, and I was just laughing. It was a blast to read. So definitely recommend this one. I don't know what else positive I can say about this book. I don't think I honestly have anything negative to say. Anyway, that's all I have for now, guys. Bye.